What is going on, guys? So in this video, I'm going to talk about why giving a woman space in a relationship is extremely necessary and is extremely important, right? Now, so many guys fall into making the mistake of, thinking logically, because us men, we think logically, right? Men think logically, women oftentimes think emotionally because they are emotion driven, right? Now, the way women see love and attraction between a man and a woman is completely different from how a man views that, right? Because us men, when we fall in love with a woman, we would want to spend all of our time with her and just be with her all the time, and just laying up under her and whatever, and going on dates, going to the gym with her and whatever, date after date, and just waking up in front of her face every single day. We can do that, right? But what you gotta understand is, although women say that they want that, women might say and they might tell you, "Hey, I love you so much, baby. I want to spend all my time with you and whatever." But come to realize, when you start doing this, then they start slowly. Did you ever notice how when you start like being with them all the time, every single day, when you see them every single day, they start just kind of like, backing off a little bit, maybe being a little bit more on the cold side, and maybe they're not as intimate, maybe they're not as close to you, maybe they're not just like all over you like they used to be when you guys first started dating, because you were only seeing her maybe once or twice a week, right? Now, this is the sweet spot where you want to be in any kind of relationships, except for, if you're in a marriage or whatever, then that's a different story, right? Now, what you gotta understand is, the way women sees love is through emotions. Obviously, men too. Obviously, when you fall in love with a woman, when you love a woman, your emotions are gonna be involved as well. But you're gonna, at the end of the day, you gotta be a little bit more logical, which is what you naturally are, right? Because us men, we're the ones that are biologically meant to be more logical, because of reasons like, you want to provide for a family and whatever, maybe protect and whatever, all that kind of stuff, right? So, and then when a woman sees that you are not being logical, all right, hear me out, man, all right? When a woman sees that you are not being what you're supposed to be, which is logical and masculine, she's gonna start feeling fear. And she's not going to be as safe emotionally around you, because she is looking at you as one of her. She's looking at you as another woman, basically. I'm sorry to break it to you, man, but she's looking at you as a woman, because now you are also emotional. Now it's just two emotional people hanging out, right? But she will feel safer when you are more logical, and she's the one that's worried about, the emotions and how she feels, and how you feel about her and whatever, all that kind of stuff, which is also important. But the way you make her feel safe is by doing these right here, right? Give her space, give her time to think about you, and time to breathe away from you. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, man, no matter how much you love somebody, no matter how much you love something, sitting in front of their face every single solitary day is not necessarily the ideal situation, although you might think it is. And from your logical brain as a man, you might think, well, I love her, I'll spend all day with her. If I had to, I'll do it. I don't mind doing it. But to her, man, that's not how it is, right? You're going to start, maybe getting into arguments or whatever, and you just get used to each other, and that can create, it can jeopardize the relationship, and the connection might start slowly fading away if you see her every single day, 24/7, man. All right, that's just how it is, man. I don't make the rules, I just report them, right? And now, you want to be, as a man, you want to be on your purpose. You want to be busy building your life. Now, you don't want to do it just for the sake of attracting her, because you should already be doing this regardless of if you're single or not, because as a man, you should always be striving to become the best version of yourself, financially, mentally, physically, by doing things like going to the gym and, improving your finances, improving your communication skills, taking on more opportunities in this life so that you can create a better life for yourself to allow a woman to come into, right? And when she realizes that this is how you operate, this is who you are as a man, deep down, like you're not faking it, and that's actually what you want to do. This is what you are doing. You're constantly improving yourself. You're constantly, pursuing something better. You have dreams and goals that you're constantly and consistently moving towards and improving on and making progress. And that now, this is when she feels safe. This is when she starts feeling safe and loved, and she starts feeling more of a connection with you, right? This is when she's going to start feeling the connection, because she's going to realize that, all right, this guy is someone I can respect. This guy has a future ahead of him. This guy is more likely to, be able to protect, provide for me and my offspring in the future. And now, what do you think is going to happen when you don't do all these things? The opposite is going to happen, and she's going to feel unsafe, and she's going to be like, man, this guy's a fucking loser, man. I don't want to be with him. He's not, he's not going to work. He's not doing this overtime. He doesn't even have a job or whatever, and he's not really striving to become a better version of himself. He's not going anywhere. So therefore, I want to go and find another guy that is doing all these things, right? This is why you will see a lot of women that end up monkey branching or whatever and just going to the next guy. It's because this guy right here is not doing what he's supposed to do every single day, right? And what's crazy, man? Some of you guys out there, before you met the woman, right before you meet the woman, you're going to the gym, you're making money, you're working on your side hustle, you're creating that business, whatever the case is, right? And then as soon as you get a relationship, as soon as you get into a relationship, now all of a sudden you just neglect all of these areas. You stop going to the gym, you stop creating your business, you stop making money, you stop doing overtime because you want to spend time with her. The next thing you know, you don't have enough finances to take care of yourself or her, and that's gonna show, right? So this is where a lot of guys make this mistake, and obviously she's gonna see it. Everybody's gonna see it, and then as a byproduct, she's gonna lose interest. And then the guy sits there wondering, oh, why did she lose interest? Where are you? Why did she lose interest? It's obvious, man. You fell off. You're not being the same guy that you were when she initially met you, right? So she is with the version of yourself that is lesser than what you were when you met her. What do you expect to happen? Obviously, she's gonna leave you, my boy. Like, I'm not here to lie to you guys. I'm just being honest so that I can help you guys improve and not go through all this bullshit, man. Not go through all this pain, this emotional pain, and just so you can stay, successful in this life, whether it's in dating, business, and whatever, right? So, this is the mistake you guys make. So, that's it. That's pretty much it for a wrap for this video. Giving a woman space is extremely necessary. It's extremely important, not only for her, it's also for you, man, because you gotta understand something, man. You can't just fake this and pretend to be busy in order to make her attracted or respect you or whatever the case is. You cannot just fake it just for a woman. Like, this is kind of weird, man, if you do that. All right, you should actually be busy. You should actually be doing something with your life, whether there's a woman in your life or not. You should actually be doing overtime. You should actually be going to the gym. Like, don't be that guy that's like, all right, I see her text going through, but I'm gonna pretend to be busy and reply 20 minutes later so that she thinks I'm busy and she thinks I'm a high value guy, alpha male, or whatever the case may be. But that's pathetic, all right? But what you can do is do it naturally. Like, you should actually be busy doing something to where you literally don't see her text come through until 20, 30 minutes later, because you were preoccupied. You were preoccupied with going to the gym. You were preoccupied with making videos, with creating a song, whatever the case is, building your website, whatever the case may be, making phone calls, sales for your website, anything, right? But do never fake it, because a woman is not stupid. She's gonna tell that you're faking it, right? And now, this is the reason why giving a woman space is extremely necessary for the happiness of the relationship, for the connection to stay there and grow even more than it was, right? Now, when you give the right amount of space, I would say maybe you can see her maybe once, twice a week, right? Depends on how strong you guys are connected and whatever. You can do maybe, I would say max like 3 days out of the week should be fine, but anything more than that, then you're gonna start dealing, you guys are both gonna start feeling less connected, and it's just gonna become not as strong of a connection, and you guys are just probably gonna end up, getting into some kind of argument or whatever. Trust me when I say that. Alright, so this is the sweet spot. I would say once, twice a week. Stick with that and see how it's gonna dramatically improve you guys' relationship, right? So giving a woman space is extremely necessary.